Hello, and welcome back to the No Nonsense channel, where our mental health is today's modern wealth. Do you ever feel exhausted for no apparent reason after interacting with certain individuals, leaving you feeling drained and unmotivated when you know you normally don't feel that way? Going from your normally upbeat attitude to feeling drained and depleted, where you just been in the company of an energy vampire. An energy vampire is a person who feeds off your emotional or your psychic energies. People who display energy vampire traits lack empathy, consideration, and emotional maturity as a result of their pain and insecurity that they feel inside. Energy vampires are addicted to preying on the vitality of others in an attempt to heal their inner sufferings. Study shows essentially an energy vampire could be anyone such as a friend, family member, colleague, acquaintance, child, son, daughter, or even your romantic partner. If you're a highly empathic person and caring, it's possible to actively attract energy vampires into your life. Unfortunately, if you're highly sensitive and doesn't know how to set boundaries, it's likely you're already surrounded by energy vampires, left, right, front, and center. Energy vampires isn't a clinical term or diagnosis currently, but Christine Northrup, MD, author of the recent book Dodging Energy Vampires, explains that energy vampires is characteristics tends to map cluster B personality disorder. The ones where people tend to have dramatic, over emotional, or erratic thinking or behaviors, which are fairly common, she says. Also, according to Northrup, energy vampires also included on the extreme end of the spectrum of personality disorders, namely psychopaths and sociopaths. They are often talented but manipulative too. They feed on your good, loving, compassionate energy, and they have no qualms about doing so. Also adds, they make you feel guilty as if you're never doing enough. But the power of passivity says an energy vampire or psychic vampire literally feeds off the energies of those around them, attaching to the host and attempting to suck a person dry. Energy vampires literally cannot live without feeding off the energy of others. That's why they do exactly that. They may not mean to act this way, but they have relied on others' energies so long that they know no other way of living. They also want your pity. They thrive off attention, even though they go about getting it in the wrong ways. You can't always trust them because they simply do not know how to discern between realities and the stories that's made up in their head. A funny story. Uh, that John Richardson wrote in his biography of the life of Picasso. Picasso was notorious for sucking the energy out of the people that he met. His granddaughter Marina claimed that he squares people like a tube of oil paint. I guess she's probably referring to his hugs. They said you'll have a great time hanging out with Picasso all day, and then you'll go home nervous and exhausted. And Picasso would go back to his studio and paint all night using the energy that he had sucked out from you. Some telltale signs of an energy vampire is they look lethargic most of the time. They don't smile often. They can't create happiness within themselves and only smile when they have stolen the energy of others. They usually don't have a lot of friends. If you see someone spending a lot of time alone and seems to be tired and unhappy, that's a clear sign they are energy vampire. Energy vampires put others down quite frequently. They may say really nasty remarks and then say that they didn't mean to say it. There are 6 types. The victim or martyr vampire, which prey off your guilt. The narcissist vampire, which show no empathy or general interest. The dominator vampire, loves to feed feel superior and like alpha females and males. The melodramatic vampire, which thrives off creating problems. The judgmental vampire, which loves to pick on others. And the innocent vampire, the helpless one. There are different types and they fall on a spectrum. There's the narcissistic drama queen friend who's always dealing with one crisis or another. There's the manipulative coworker who doesn't care who she steps on to get ahead, he or she. And there's the downright psychopathic criminal. There's no chemical imbalance in the brain or anything, but individuals either lack or have somewhat misguided conscience or a moral compass. It's a character disorder. But not everyone with narcissistic traits or who enjoys being the life of the party is necessarily an energy vampire. Spending too much time with an energy vampire can also make you sick. These chronic stresses can have effects on multiple systems in your body, like your immune system, cardiovascular system, the neural system, and your central nervous system. Evidence shows that people under chronic stresses at a higher risk for chronic problems ranging from autoimmune diseases to heart disease, obesity, and depression. Ways to protect your energy from energy vampires: ground yourself so you can't be swayed by their negativity. Do not react. Remain calm. Shield yourself by creating your own energy bubble, by gray rocking them, not entertaining them. Hang out in groups of 3 or more so you won't feel so drained from the one-on-one interaction. Provide a listening ear. Sometimes they may just want to vent without any input, but know the difference between venting and dumping. Extend a helping hand because some may be crying out for help, but set boundaries. Stick to light topics like daily trends, the weather, and new movies. Be too tired for them sometimes. Reduce your contact if all above doesn't work. And last resort, if all else fails, just cut them completely off. Because you can't fix an energy vampire, but you can reshape your expectations about them. This may involve shutting off your emotional valve and offering no advice when they vent to you. And so I just gave you the clues about an energy vampire. So it's best that you protect your energy and know the signs. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't done so, please do so. Thank you and be blessed.